Hi, everyone. My name is Utkarsh. I'm the founder and CEO of Network Capital and a Chevening Fellow here at Oxford. It's a pleasure to tell you a bit more about myself and the mission of Network Capital and why we are here today, especially in partnership with the Aspire Institute. So I feel that um, everyone in the world has something to learn and something to share. So with this idea, I started a passion project, and that passion project, over a period of few years, took over my life. Eventually, I decided to commit to it full time. So today, my mission and the mission of my company, Network Capital, is to help every person, every organization on the planet build their category of one. And to make that happen, we need three things. One, a tribe of mentors who can nudge you in the right direction, share what they know, and help you bring the best out of them. The second is that you need, quality content and quality access to teachers because today there's just too much information out there. It's impossible to tell signal from noise. So you need a place where all the best content of the world is present and you can learn along with your mentors. Learning is a lonely process. So you need to complement it with something. And that's where the third element comes in, a community where you can learn with peers and faculty and interesting members from around the world. And the community angle of it becomes critical. So, Network Capital, in a way, is trying to make all of this happen, make mentorship accessible to people by combining the elements of networks, community based learning, and quality content. And towards that end, our partnership with Aspire is a really meaningful one because Aspire is tackling a fundamental challenge that not everyone has access to network or capital. If you don't start from a level playing field, you'll spend the rest of your life playing catch up. So, talent is equally distributed, opportunities are not. And in the rest of the program, my colleagues will tell you more about how Aspire wants to bridge the talent opportunity gap so that we can imagine a world where network and capital is equally distributed so that at least in terms of opportunities we can make the world slightly more equitable, and over a period of time with the help of compounding and with the help of the community that we build, maybe we can make a tangible difference. I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Jenna from Aspire, who I believe is in Boston right now. And she's going to tell us more about the program, how you can apply, how you can benefit from the various offerings. My colleague Varya, the Network Capital Product and Government Affairs Head, will also be there to tell you more if you have specific questions about us. But feel free to get in touch with anyone on this particular presentation afterwards as well. So thank you very much once again for your time and attention. And I turn it over to Jenna now.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh and Network Capital, for hosting this session with us today. So I'm here from the Aspire Institute and to speak about our program, the Aspire Leaders Program. So today I will get to hear from some of you where you're coming from, and then I'll walk through the program a little bit. And then we'll hear from some of our alumni, and you'll have the chance to hear them on a panel and then ask them and our staff some questions. So feel free to put questions in the comments as we go through, and we'll try and address all of those throughout today's session. So just to get started, just a little bit more about the Aspire Leaders Program. It was founded at Harvard University by two Harvard Business School professors in 2017, but we've now spun out. We're an independent nonprofit organization running this program. And the basic idea is to find these hidden pools of talent around the world. As Utkarsh mentioned, we believe that talent is equally distributed around the world, but resources and opportunity are not to these low-income first-generation college students, which we're trying to support. And it provides a fully funded multi-stage leadership development program that I will go into more detail on in a minute. These are the basic eligibility requirements. So if you're joining today and you meet these eligibility requirements, then we encourage you to apply. And we would love to hear if you can put in the comments, whether you're joining on YouTube or Facebook, just where are you joining from today? This is a global program, and we welcomed people from all over the world today. So we would love to hear where you're coming from if you just want to put that in the comments. I see Dominican Republic. I'm here in Boston, by the way, and you'll see our team responding through the Aspire Institute account as well in the comments, and they're here in Boston too. See some folks from Turkey, Morocco, Nigeria. Yemen, Rwanda, great. We have lots of countries represented here today. Indonesia, Turkey, we have Pakistan, great. Thank you all for joining. It's great to see people from all over the world. South Africa. Wonderful. Well, feel free to keep sharing where you're coming from so that everyone can see this global community that we're already building just in this info session today. So I want to give a little bit more context on what the Aspire Leaders program is and how you can join. So the idea, as we've mentioned, is that there's talent all over the world among these 18 to 26-year-olds who are first generation to go to college in their family from a low-income background. Very talented, but maybe not getting those resources and those opportunities that some more privileged audiences are and some more privileged youth. So we want to be able to provide you with these resources and opportunities so that these youth and you today can become more self-confident, be able to assess your strengths, and then give you a bias for action and make you think about how can I make a change, whether personally or professionally or in my community. So the applications for cycle 2 of the 2022 Aspire Leaders program is open. So we encourage all of you to apply, and perhaps my colleagues can put the link in the chat here or in the comments. And if you apply by May 18th, the early action deadline, you'll get priority access to each of these stages that I'm going to talk about. So you'll have time to really spend, in each stage and make sure that once it becomes more synchronous in stage 3, you'll really get to register for as many seminars as you want and get that access to world-class faculty. So how the program works is that if you meet those basic eligibility requirements that we listed before, so 18 to 26 years old, first generation to go to college in your family, low income background, and currently enrolled in an undergraduate program or recently graduated, then once you apply and the application just takes 15 to 20 minutes, you'll start and go through into stage 1. Stage 1 is an online aptitude test. So you will be tested in logic, math, and then English comprehension and writing. And really the main thing we're looking for here is to see whether your English is proficient enough to move through the rest of the program, which is run in English, but also you'll get the report from that test and be able to assess some of your strengths. So as long as you finish that aptitude test, you'll be moved to stage 2, where you'll get access to 5 Harvard X courses, which one of those will be required. And this is a leadership course from a professor at Harvard named Ron Heifetz. And so you'll go through that course. We've heard from many alumni just how much this course alone changes their outlook on leadership and being a leader, and really already is starting to change their lives. So, we say that this program has something for everyone. So even if you just go through the aptitude test, you get through this online course, even if you don't move beyond that, you've already gotten so much. So if students complete that required course, then they can also take some other Harvard X courses, but as long as they complete that one required one, they'll be invited to join stage 3, where there are live faculty seminars. So these are with world-class faculty from all over the world and the US, both from Harvard and outside, who run these interactive sessions where they give a little bit of a lecture, but then really engage the students in a discussion and question and answer. And these range many subjects. So whatever you're studying, you can join. So there are subjects in art and architecture, in more humanities, social sciences. There's been talks on things like human rights. There are topics more on science, whether that's, the pure science of things, or more social sciences. So there's really a whole wide range of things that you can pursue during stage 3, and you'll get that face-to-face, virtual, yes, but more face-to-face interactions with these world-class faculty, and get to engage with them, as well as this global community of peers that are joining. Just like today, we have people from all over the world. You'll also be sitting in that classroom environment with folks from everywhere. And then stage 4 is when we become a little bit more selective. So we will look at who has been engaged throughout stage 1, 2, and 3. And then we will invite them to apply, a select few to apply for stage 5. And so they will then be entered into stage 4. So this is about, this year, probably 600 or so students will be invited to stage 4, where they will have to collect some items such as their resume, letters of recommendation, a personal statement, and they'll also get access to a seminar with a career development representative from Harvard, who will go through, how to build your personal brand and how to work on your personal statement, your resume, things like that, to help you along with this process. And then out of that group, we'll then look at the applications and select some students who will get to join stage 5. Stage 5 is comprised of both an immersive learning classroom environment, as well as some extended leadership opportunities that these now, finalists in our program gain access to for an entire year. So the virtual classroom is a case study style of learning with Harvard professors. So they'll have you read some, cases ahead of time, and then you'll enter into these classrooms over a few weekends and really discuss these cases, and really get a feel of what is a Harvard classroom like, and what is it like to go through these case studies, and have perspectives from students from all different backgrounds and cultures, weighing in, on their opinions and thoughts on the case as well. And then alumni get access to a few different opportunities. So they can apply for community action awards, where if they have an idea to make a social impact in their home country, they can partner with a local organization and pitch their project to a panel. And we will award some of these students with a grant of up to $10,000 to pursue their project. It can also apply for professional and leadership development grants. So if they want to take a TOEFL or a GRE, or maybe you're going to, graduate school and you just need a little bit of money to get started, and these are typically up to $1,000 US. And then there will also be access to mentorship sessions and helping these students find internships in their home countries. So really, this is kind of the idea of the program. It's really about, creating these young leaders who want to make a change in their community by participating in this virtual multi-stage program. And whether you go through stage 1, 2, 3, or all the way through into this immersive learning and extended leadership opportunity stage, you'll get something out of it. And so I'll stop. I can stop sharing now, and just invite our alumni to come who are here today, because it's better that you hear from them and hear about their experience, and know what you can do to benefit from the program. And then we will open it up to questions so that you can ask the alumni questions, you can ask me questions. And so you leave here today feeling ready to apply and know what this program will do for you. So thank you so much, alums, for joining us. If you are able to put your camera on, if you have enough Wi-Fi or data bandwidth, that would be great. Okay, so we have Shoshana Hamzaja. Are you here? Okay, and then I know Junaid was maybe having some internet connectivity, but while we're waiting for the rest to join, Shoshana, because you're here, do you want to just go ahead and first introduce yourself? Tell us, where you're joining from today. And
sure.
then it'd be great to hear just, what has changed for you in your life since applying and going through what was the Crossroads Emerging Leaders Program and is now the Aspire Leaders Program.
Okay, thank you. So hi everyone, I'm Shoshana. Today I'm joining from Armenia. I am a Crossroads alumni from 2021. So I applied for the program last year, and then I went through all the steps that Jenna just described. For me, one thing that there are many things that I have gained through the program, but the most valuable, I would say, was interacting with my peers from all over the world, because it's such a mind-opening opportunity to have a chance to discuss topics with people from Brasilia, from some all over the world, other countries, and just to hear their perspective on things that you think are given, and they have their specific way, but then you hear another perspective. So I would say that was really mind-opening, and also made me want to travel all over those countries and just learn more about their culture and their values and experiences that they have. Other than that, I would say that the online courses, seminars, and also the case studies that we had during the program were really value added. I would like to highlight the course that I have taken. That the course was about the innovation and entrepreneurship in emerging economies, and because most of the countries the applicants are from can be characterized as developing and emerging economies, there is so much to learn and such a different perspective to take into consideration when thinking about entrepreneurship and innovation and what you can do in your community. Also, during the seminars that we had from Harvard faculty, those were amazing, because you think that I personally studied business and economics, but during the seminars you have a chance to listen and hear about recent developments in, programming, in healthcare, in so many different fields that otherwise you are not day-to-day connected to, and you don't get updated about those fields. And of course, lastly, the final stage, when the participants get a chance to develop their idea for their local community. I actually applied because some other grant opportunities, the projects were better suited for their community, they got chosen. But for me, that experience was really valuable as well, because it with the program administrators and then the faculty, you go through the road of developing your idea and then putting it on paper, thinking about all the stages you need to go through in order to implement your idea. And if I was to use one sentence to describe my experience with the crossroads, it would be it makes me feel not that small. It makes me to believe that I can have an impact in my local community, in my country, and also to reach places which could have, so Harvard, so for example, or some other top universities could have seemed so far away for me, but participating in crossroads and learning from the faculty and all the courses and seminars helped me to realize that nothing is unattainable. You just need to set a goal and then work towards your goal. So that probably will be it. If you would have questions, I would be more than happy with the other fellow alumni to address those questions. But probably, Jenna, that would be all from my side. To briefly describe the valuable experience that I have gained through Crossroads.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's great to hear about, that the exposure to the global community helped you, to the world-class educators, and that you feel like you can now make a greater impact. And that's what we want you to feel after going through the program, and it's great to hear that from you. So, Hamzaja, would you like to just introduce yourself? Tell us where you're joining from today and how going through the program has benefited you.
Hello everyone, and this is Hamsaja. I'm from India. I'm currently studying third year electrical engineering in Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology in Bangalore. And I just entered to the Crossroad. It was named as before like Crossroad Emerging Leadership Program. I got to know about this from my kind of NGO like that I joined here in Bangalore. So when I just applied for this, I was like flow with like go with the flow. That's it. Like I wasn't hoping for like I will be in a finalist because I know the age limit of this like from 18 years to I think it's 26 years up like in between because I'm just 19 at that time. I was not hoping because like a lot of people with a good experience will be participating in this. I hope like let us let me see this like how whether I can get into this or not. Like when I just applied for it, I got a mail like you just qualified for this, and I just got all like 5 courses we had to choose, and like we have to do one course for certification and another for audit purpose. So then of course that's my greatest experience that I had in this crossroad emerge like as per instead like it was like choosing one course like it was a very very good one like I just got to know about entrepreneur like everything. I even set my goal as to become an entrepreneur. So this how it impacted for me like Tarun Khan sir like he was an amazing just to see another Indian as a like he was a founder of this. I'm really glad to know that Tarun Khan is from India, and also I'm also proud of my country like I'm representing some kind of in this with the other people who are from different kind of different nations. So when I just joined that course, it was a very good experience. I got to know a lot about entrepreneur, how to solve a particular problem that we are facing around us, and even with the request purpose on request purpose, I also got another course for certification. So I'm telling everyone who are participating in this to just go for by requesting another course. You will really experience a lot because the 5 courses that they will be giving are very choosy one like they are like wow like you will really get a lot of information from those courses. So that was the biggest experience of mine. And after the course like I just selected for the semi-final like I actually had gone through a lot of lectures that professors had done for us. Like it was really awesome. They gave us a broad perspective to different kind of like different topics like whatever it might be the programming or the software like a soft robotics or anything that the recent researches is going on in Harvard University. And to meet those like professors from Harvard University is a kind of dream for everyone. Like you can able to like listen to their teachings and ask them questions directly through like virtually. It was really amazing experience that nobody, like middle class families, never going to have, like they're never going to get that one. So it was very cool and happy, and we got to clarify like a lot of questions, what we will be getting on that topic. It was really amazing. Like we even got connected through LinkedIn also. They can recognize they are the finalist or semi-finalist of this aspirant street. It was very cool. And after this process, like yeah, and when I entered to the finalist, I was able to receive opportunity in a like internship or CAA, like Community Action Awards. Like I also applied for the Community Action. It was a good experience because it was a kind of process. I haven't qualified for that, even though it was a kind of good experience. Like I just learned how the one organization completely works, what we all have to do to make like one our idea into a process, like into an organization. It was really tough. It was really amazing also. Like we got to know more how to do this, how to gather people, how to communicate this topic or this kind of mindset to the bigger people, like higher position people, like how to convince them. It was really good. And after this I even applied for the internship also, and I just got selected to that, and I'm done with that internship also. It was a very good, like totally. And even one thing, like I've met a lot of people with different kind of perspective or different races or the nations. Like it was really amazing to have friends like them. Even I even gave a thought to think like I will be getting a friend from different nation or different really is awesome. Like even I have like connection with them right now also. Like we will call to each other, we will talk like we are the best friends like that. So it was a very cool experience that I have got. And even I'm adding these things to my resume. It was a kind of bold, like yeah, she's selected for the Aspen State, she was a finalist of this. It was really good. So this is the whole experience that I got. Totally it was really awesome. More knowledgeable, like more experienced things. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Yeah, hearing a lot about just the benefits of the world class faculty, as well as this global network of peers that are closer to your age and in the same situation. Also, it's great to hear you feel like you got so much even just from the courses, right? And then you just started getting more and more as you move forward. But even if someone just gets through taking those courses, they may learn so much and be inspired to do something new. So thank you so much. Junaid, would you like to just introduce yourself? Let us know where you're joining from today and how you feel things have changed for you since going through what was the Crossroads Emerging Leaders Program, now is the Aspire Leaders Program.
Yeah, sure thing. And I appreciate it inviting us here again. It's like living it, the Crossroad program again. And if I have to sum up or infer what was Crossroad program was like or Aspire program, it will be a one-liner for me. Everything here is a bonus. I mean, there is nothing to regret or that I dedicated so much time from my life to put this to get these things right, and it was worth it all. So, and that was the summary of everything. But if I just go by beats, I think it just changed me in a lot of ways. For example, 1.5 year ago, I did not believe that I will be this self-independent, passionate, or this self-confident person that I am right now. It was really awesome. And I can say that
I know his internet has been having issues, so maybe we'll give him a minute to reload. But happy to hear.
mine and
Oh,
take a bit from everyone's ideas. And I think this is like the 10 things. I can't recommend this enough to everyone, and I recommend it to every of my friends or anyone that's eligible to apply for this program. And it was really awesome. And if I may add, I just started doing something for my society as well. And one of the which happened because of the because of the Harvard course that I took, which was startups in emerging economies, and there was this topic of a Indian case where the Devi Shetty model was discarded, and I was so passionate about that. Now I started doing my own social venture here in Bangladesh, Dhaka, Bangladesh, where we just help people just find a therapy or the primary aid for mental health, which we are just started to bloom after 6 months, and I'm really happy to just be a part of everyone's life by doing that. And I think that was possible because of this program. And honestly, and also the networking, I got to know a lot of people that you interact on a closing basis, on a weekly basis, with everyone from around the world. I got a lot of peers from my subcontinent, from India and Pakistan, Nepal as well, and I got to see what they are doing in their life as well. So I got inspiration from them as well to do better and be better person on every passing day. And another thing that I forgot to mention was that the resources that they provided. For example, I was so excited about the Harvard cases that they provided in the final round. And trust me, this was like there was like medicine from. I was looking for Harvard cases for all my undergrad life in my university of that I'm majoring in finance. And this was like icing on the cake. Once I got those cases and just do these sessions with professional and my group mates, that was like I think what to say in word. This like broadened my outlook and expanded my horizon of intellectuality as well. I think. Um, that's pretty much it. Also, it made me a better listener as well because I got to listen to everyone in my program, and I think that is an underrated low key skill as well. So I'm a better listener and more empathetic to others' ideas and opinions as well. I could not stand others' opinion when they contradicted me. Now, after 1.5 year, I think I am welcome to anything they say, just evaluate and reevaluate what they're saying or not saying. And I went through all those processes, and it also made me patience as well. This is as I said in the initial, everything is a bonus from here on, and I recommend it to everyone watching here right now, and everyone, Professor Khan and Professor Karim as well, for initiating this wonderful opportunity to bridging our ideas with other countries. Now I can see, now I feel like I'm a member of a global village where we are just one click away from each other ideas as well. So hats off to them, and thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, yeah, being a better listener is good as for leadership and personal things, right? So so that's great, and
Yes,
I'm so happy to hear.
empathetic too as well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm so happy to hear from all
Yes,
of you all of
thank
these
you.
great things. You know, and so that everyone else knows, I didn't feed them any of this. I just asked them a question, and they just told you the truth. So I hope you're learning a lot. Um, Another question I wanted to ask the alumni is, you know, this is meant to supplement your, you know, either college experience or you know, maybe if you're recently graduated, you know, to complement other things you're doing in your life. Could you just speak to how you were able, you know, some people today might be thinking, how do I go through all of this and do my schoolwork or work a job? Can you speak to just how you balanced your commitments with the program, and you know how you were able to fit it both in? So we can start with Shoshana again, if you would like to go.
Yeah, sure. I think as a participant, whoever considers it's more than worth it. So you should go ahead and apply. You will make the time, I'm sure of that. When I was considering applying, I just graduated from my undergraduate, and then I started a full-time job And I also was preparing for a certification examination coming on during summer. So I had all that going on, but I knew for sure that this wasn't an experience that I wanted to miss. So you just sit and then you just plan your week. You think I will do this reading in the evening. Every week I will allocate this time to my studies, this time for my work, and then this time is for my Crossroads or Aspire leadership program. That because this is something I consider to be valuable, and that's how I felt back 1 year ago. I found the time for it. Also, some of the courses and things that you cover during the program can even help you if you study at the university. It can add value for you for your work and then also for your studies. So it's a nice thing, especially when it comes to courses that you can choose from. There are different, I guess, 5 courses, that online courses that you can choose from. These ones you can choose in a way that will help you in your studies at work as well. So my advice would be, first of all, go ahead and apply, because this is an opportunity that you for sure want to utilize. And then everything else is a matter of planning. You can plan your week, you can plan your day in a way to find time for things that are important and valuable for you. It's not easy, but if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to achieve value and add value on yourself, you should go ahead and for sure do that.
Great, thank you so much. If any other alumni have something to add, I would just say, let's keep it short, just so we can get into some questions and answers as well. But if you have anything to add, you can just speak for a little bit.
Yeah, I just like to add for this. Yeah, I'm currently studying. Like, I have to say, for the people who are in college, like who are already who are into the college, like they are studying. For me, I'm from India, like, so my timings will be allotted to, like, in night time. For them, it was at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. For me, it was 7:30 p.m. or 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So this time is a really good time. I'm telling, for the Indians who are studying in college. So I just make like this my work, whether, because I'm in degree college, like I will be not having much work. Like I will be doing my own work in the morning. So in the night time, I will be free. So I can go with this very well. So I just went through this so well. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, if I may add, online is to be disciplined and reschedule our tasks beforehand. Let's say when I had these sessions, I just reschedule my work before or after that, and just for this 1 or 2 hours, I just made sure that I'm there. Even if I miss something for any emergencies, I just make sure that I'm there.
Great. Yeah, so as they said, I think you can definitely find the time, and you'll want to find the time. So thanks for sharing. So I'd love to open it up to some questions, whether that's for me or for the alums who are here today. So if you want to, I know you've been putting some questions in the comments, and we've been responding. But if you have any questions that we can answer live for you, then please put them in the comments, and we'll address them. So any questions about the program, how to apply, what you get out of it, advice from alumni, anything, please ask.
If I may add one more thing
Of course.
while they are thinking regarding how to like find time for everything, I would like to add that because the program is really long and these stages are well thought out, it's they're not the workload and then the materials and then the stuff that participants need to cover are of moderate amount. So it's not like full-time studies at the undergraduate. So you can easily find time, and then it's like spread out. In all, there is a lot of information that you will learn through the program, but one at a time, I would say. So each stage has its own pace, the speed that you need to learn and go with, and it is totally doable.
Great. Yeah, that's a good point. Is that so? If we look at the timeline, and especially going into this cycle, if you apply by that early action deadline by May 18th, then you'll really have a lot of time because you'll have you'll get to go through your aptitude test, have time to take the Harvard X courses, have time to register for the faculty seminars, which take place over several weeks, and then if you're invited to the finalist stage, those final weekends won't happen until October for this cycle. So you really have a nice long stretch where you can have time to complete the Harvard X course, maybe take and actually have time to complete more of the additional ones that we provide you with, and then get full access to register for all of the faculty seminars, or the ones that you really want to get into, because sometimes they will fill up. So yeah, but thanks, Shoshana, for bringing up that it is a long period of time. It's not just over like a month. It's several months. So another question that I know has come up that I wanted to address is, if there are exceptions. So we talked about the eligibility requirements: 18 to 26 years old, from a low-income background, first generation to go to college in your family. And so where we typically will make some exceptions, if you email us or, explain in your application, is if you are, over 26, for example, but for some circumstance in your life, you're still in undergraduate, studies, or you graduated a year ago, but you're, 28 and you want to still apply. If you let us know the reason for that, then those are areas where we would make an exception. If you're not first generation to go to college in your family, typically, that's really the students we're trying to reach. But there are some circumstances, such as a parent that did finish a bachelor's program wasn't really involved in your life. Either they passed away or they didn't really help raise you. Those types of, exceptions are also things that we'll consider. So if you think that, hey, I'm really interested in this program, I meet most of the eligibility requirements, but I'm a little bit over the age limit, or I'm not sure about the first generation, then please just email us and let us know so that we can help you with that. And then I'm seeing some questions just about, kind of moving through the stages. And yes, so it becomes more selective at stage 4. That's when we ask you to complete we ask a select group of students who we've seen have been really engaged to complete that final application. So one of our alums here today, would you like to speak to just what that took to go through, if you are invited at that point, what it took to, get your letters of recommendation, personal statement, what that looked like for you?
Yeah, like getting a personal statement, like it was personal statement is our own, like we have to write a lot like about our own story, like it's a kind of skill that one person needs, like able to tell their own story in a good way. And when it comes to letter of recommendation, we have to for me, I just asked my mentor, like she helped me a lot by giving me the letter of recommendation. It was awesome, like she wrote it well. So we have to reach the persons like this, like we need a like letter of recommendation for this one. So specifically have to save the person. So the eligibility, the person who can give us letter of recommendation, or like professors, it might be the mentors, and I think it might be like the one person, I think in your villages or in your area, the person who might be the politician or in good position, like they can also give you a letter of recommendation. So when is it I need to tell you, Jana, I have to tell you about CAA, Community Action Awards?
Yeah, so there have been some questions about the Community Action Awards as well.
Yeah, Community Action
So
Award is a kind. Yeah, it will be coming in the last step. Like who will be selecting for the finalists? They can able they can apply for the CA, like Community Action Award. So in that they will be asking you to make a group of four people, and with one like you have to tie up with the one NGO, like one organization, non-profit organization. So they can't give you money directly. They will send CAA. They will send the money to the NGO. Through that you can receive. So this is how it works. So you will be getting your own idea, your own team, your own plan. You have to even create a budget, like budget plan. So what are the expenditures that you all going through, and even you have to be what we say, if it fails, what will be the your next step. This kind of good idea, like you should be have a kind of broad perspective to this, what you are going to do, what will be the things that you need, what are the people you are required for this kind of. So this how Community Action Awards works. So you have to even present, like you have to create on a PPT, like presentation. In that it should include every point, and you have to present that to in the in the meeting or something. So then through the lot of discussions with professors, they are going to select whether they have to give you whether they have to include you for the CA final next round or not. Like this how it works.
yeah, thank you, Hamzaja. I think really what I got from some of the things you were saying too is that even if you're invited to apply for the final stage, even if you don't make it, putting together that application, having to reach out to your mentors, write a personal statement, these are things that are valuable for you if you apply to grad school or a job. So they help you, with that. And then same with, some of the extended leadership opportunities. If you do make it to that point and you get to apply for a Community Action Award grant, as we have some alums here today who went through that process and maybe they didn't get the grant money, but they had to put together a pitch. They had to reach out to an organization, and so you're gaining all of these skills along the way. And then
if I, oh, sorry.
we're going to close soon, but just a quick from each of you. I think, a question that we've gotten is, what advice do you have as you're moving through the program? What did you feel like you had to keep in mind? So maybe just a short sentence from each of you to, things to keep in mind for people who join the program. Janaya, do you want to start? Okay, maybe we'll wait for his internet to come back. Shoshana, do you want to give your advice?
If that one thing would be is just to clearly set out your goal, why you are doing this and why is this important for you. Find for yourself your reason, because you will. And then throughout the program, because it's a long process, there are many steps, stay true to the goal that you set up for yourself, and then just by small steps work towards the large goal that you set up for yourself. That probably would be my advice to everyone who would consider applying for the program.
Great, thank you. Other alumni, would you like to go, Hamzaja?
Yeah, I would like to I think for the before question like CA related to major that's there. Like I would like to say it's not related to major. It's all about your own ideas. I want to just clarify your doubt. That's it. And the advice for me, you have to keep this one point in your mind while attending the professor's class that you will be attending are very important. You have to be you have to be very very interactive in that session. You should grab your own chance when you will be able to ask your own questions. So ask your questions perfectly. The more questions you will ask, the more you will get pointed out from that whole group of people. So the more questions, the more interactive that you are, the more attentive in that class will decide you to the next step. I'm hoping that one because I have done that so well. So I hope I have selected for this finalist through that stage. So how many participants be chosen for this program? I think Jenna will answer for that one.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, I think that's great advice. Have your goals, stay engaged. The professors will call on you too, but if you stay engaged, then you're gonna learn and get the most out of the program. Definitely. So that's great advice. And then I'll answer one final question. So yes, so as far as how many participants, so if we in the first bit, anybody who completes the 15 to 20 minute application, which we can put in the comments, that as long as you meet those eligibility requirements, you'll be moved to stage 1. So we can take thousands or more, of students during that stage. It's only at stage 4 where it starts to become selective. And so right now for both the cycle 1 and cycle 2, we'll invite about 600 students for stage 4, and then about 200 will join stage 5. So there'll be 400 of those really who are considered the alumni of the program in the end. But we may have thousands of people going through the other stages and benefiting. So we only have a few minutes here, so I think we'll wrap up. I would just ask my colleagues, Erica and Jen, to put the link to apply in the chat, our email for questions, so that people can reach out. And then, follow us on social media if you're not already, so you can stay tuned for updates and all of that. And so I just want to thank everybody for coming today, and hope to see you apply if you meet those eligibility requirements. And then I'd like to really thank Network Capital for helping put on this event today, put it live on YouTube and Facebook so all of you can join. And we will be resharing this video in the next few days. So if you do have other peers or friends or family that's eligible and interested, please feel free to share this opportunity with them as well. So thank you again, and we hope to see you apply. Would anyone from Network Capital just like to say a few words as well before we close today?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this, Jenna. And I'm so thrilled to see people from quite literally across the world join in live and hear about the phenomenal journeys that all the alums have had. And hopefully they get to go through this journey themselves and I think learn more. So I think with that, we can conclude today's session. And like Jenna mentioned, the recording of this will be available. So if there's something you'd like to see, you can always go back and watch. Or if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Yes, great. We hope to see all of you apply or email us with questions. We want to see, as many students as possible gaining access to this opportunity and becoming like our alumni that you saw today. So thanks so much. We'll wrap it up now and hope you all have a great rest of your evening, morning, day, wherever you are.